Back at camp now. Got a feed of crays. Harren and Janice are back. They brought firewood. We got coconuts, we got crays, we got rump steaks, we got vibes, we got music, we got a big fire pit, we got the view, we got the anchorage. Frothing hard. Stoked. Glass out, Jacko!
I've been waiting for this for weeks.
Woo! We're doing it, boys!
So as you can see, there's a lot of excitement in the camp. Now, Harren and I have known each other for over 10 years. We remained really close mates, and he's just such a great guy to have on board. He's knowledgeable, he's passionate, he's humble, and Jack and I had been really looking forward to spend some time with him and meet his family in a place where he'd been speaking so highly of for years.
We're just cruising over this reef that's 10 miles long and about 1.5 miles wide. And but the tide is too low to just whip on over it, so we're just trimmed up, really slow, crawling over this reef. It's like 1 meter high, otherwise we would have to go 5 mile to the west or 5 mile to the east. There's just honestly obstructions at every corner, reefy outcrops that come out of nowhere. We're off on an adventure. It's really good to have Harren with us, and that there is absolutely zero wind today to be able to continue, or start, I guess, exploring through the Torres Strait Islands.
The Torres Straits stretches over 19,000 square miles. There's around 300 islands, and between the ones that are inhabited, there's a lot of complex and rich cultures and customs. There's different languages, and with Harren on board, we were really wanting to explore as much as possible, because this time of the year, the weather is highly unpredictable and can turn at any moment. It really did feel like, though, its own territory or country, only we didn't need a passport to be there. But for now, it was time to explore a new island.
We just rocked up at the Torres Strait Island Regional Council on this island, because the protocol is that if you're gonna come to these islands, you need to sign in. They want to know like that you're here, especially now with the whole COVID situation in the world. So we're going to sign in, and hopefully they are happy to have us here. We're all good to go now.
They've let us on the island.
Yep. Let us in, Jaggy.
We're on. I don't know why.
Got these big traditional dugong spears hanging from the tree to keep them straight. Bamboo, native hardwood with virtually no buoyancy. Markings from an uncle from Duan Island apparently, and then metal at the end where you put your spring steel shafts into.
Still trying to condition my pool.
3 years since they graded it.
Yeah,
It lasts pretty well.
This is literally like my heaven, that many coconuts. Look how many coconuts are here.
So many spots to set up camp. I think we're gonna settle right in here.
Is this for dodgeball later?
Yep, traditional dodgeball. Can't go wrong. No helmets here.
We've just done a run around with Tony, who's from this island, and we've just come around into this bay where their family has a bit of a camp set up. So the go is that there's all these like protected bays and coves and beaches where families from the island will just do up like weekend shacks or houses or holiday places where they can come on the weekend or when the weather's good or for Christmas or New Year's, and they come down here, and for the most part it's a pretty simple setup. So sometimes a cement slab, a skillion roof, all open aired, and then like a fire pit or cooking area, a couple tables and chairs. Might have a veggie patch out the back where they're growing cassava and chilies. Coconuts everywhere. I've never seen so many coconuts in my entire life. And yeah, they always have, without fail, one of the best views you'll ever see in your life, such as this. Super specky, like white sand, cleanest water, really good anchorage, which I'm super happy about. We had stingray for lunch, which I'd never eaten stingray before. Honestly, was like a really well done pulled pork, like it really slow cooked, and they're just falling apart. It was like that, so I'm really keen to learn exactly how to do it, apparently, like the type of stingray and how you process it. Had a bit of a look around the island, and geographically speaking, very unique in that it feels like on the beaches, like you could be anywhere in the world, Vanuatu or Samoa or Tahiti or the Maldives, like just picture super picturesque. And then you go inland and it's like Arnhem Land or the Northern Territory or the Aussie outback. There's a huge fin out of the water. It's probably a 10 or 12 foot hammerhead shark, just like cruising around in sort of circles on the surface, which I've never seen before. Just cruising along the top. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey dude, that's wild.
Yeah, what the heck? I've never seen him do that before. Go steady, Jeff. Such a cool animal. There's no visible cuts or gashes on it. Something's attacked it or injured it. Oh, there it's gone. Down to the depths. We're about to get absolutely pumped by what looks like a pretty solid squall with a hell of a lot of rain in it. We'll see how we fare. We might just get around it, but we also might get hit smack bang in the middle of it. Get a load of this. So I think the game plan for this afternoon is that we're going to unpack the boat here now, get the boat anchored, go up there, settle in, pick a few coconuts, I dare say, and then hopefully head out to get a little bit of seafood. How is it, Tio?
Amazing. I think we need to make a coconut smoothie.
Cheers.
Perfect.
That's the best, man. Pina colada.
They've just gone through and planted the best high-yielding, sweetest coconuts. All the trees here just loaded with these.
So we've put all the gear up in the camp, and now Tio, Jack and I are going to head out before the others join the camp. We're going to cruise out to a couple of rocks, fringing reefs, bommies, wherever, and see if we can get a little bit of seafood. Alright, which way, Tio? Around the corner or?
Here we go, boys.
Time to get them.
Bringing it.
Good luck, brother.
Sweet, see you in there.
We're on a bit of a fringing reef edge here, 2 meters down to 6 meters, and on the edge of it there's quite a lot of rubbly rocks, boulders, and hopefully some undercut ledges to get a few crays. The Torres Strait Islands is famous for a few things, but one of them is very much the live cray industry. So one of the spots in the world where the marine life is incredibly rich all around, but particularly the tropical rock lobsters. So hopefully we can get a couple of crays to cook up this afternoon for the crew. But yeah, the boys are just swimming along together the ledge here, just off this island.
Great cray. Oh, look at that. Woo! This ledge here is literally packed.
Reasonable size.
Yeah, another nice one. Woo! Nice. Go have a look down in under there. Oh, nice. Hey, couple of crays.
Thanks for days.
The locals showing us how it's done, mate. Legend. Tropical
Another one, yeah.
rock. Another one, you're kidding. Even bigger. What? And you've got one as well.
Look at that monster. You can see him from the top.
A sweet lip. Holy
Nothing
bloody
else if you
seafood.
go on.
Look at that.
We're not even shooting half the crays we're floating past.
Have a go at that. Look at those crays. Jack reckons to me, mate, under every ledge there's 5 to 10 crays, and they've swum under like half a dozen good ledges that have had crays. And look at that. Yeah, got a nice little bunch of seafood now. Sweet lip, couple of crays. Read up on the research papers, a better understanding of what the crays do migration wise. They spawn up here in the Torres Straits, the eggs cruise down and they go along different sections of the Great Barrier Reef and coastline of Australia, and then during certain moon phases and time of the year just start to march back towards the Torres Straits and the bottom of Papua New Guinea, pretty much where we are. So yeah, it's unreal to see how much life is up here. We've literally drifted over one tiny section of fringing reef off one little island in the Torres Straits and have got as many crays as we'd like to have for an afternoon feed. First day back.
Oh, first day back, a bit rusty.
It'll dust the cobwebs out.
Oh,
Didn't didn't cut your hands up too much.
Oh, just a little bit, but part of the job.
Part of the journey, mate.
Oh, yep.
Good beauty. Hey,
Weapon.
one more.
We go around it.
Soft shell.
Yeah. Sweet daddy. And sweet lip.
Well done, boys. Hold them up. That's the catch.
You, thank you.
Look at that. How are we cooking them? Well, we're going to get to
Whatever
try
way you want. Yeah, every way.
Every way, mate.
Every way, which way? The behind the scenes right here, look.
Yeah, this is the magic behind the scenes. Look at this firewood.
Hey!
You just went down, cut them all up, eh, Harren?
My hand too.
Yeah. Just chop, just karate chop, eh? So this is home for the next couple of nights. This is the anchorage, which makes me so happy because it's just sandy and safe and protected from the terrors of the weather. There's garfish and there's barracuda and there's trevally and there's mud crabs and there's oysters and there's cray, and it's safe to swim because there's only one crocodile here. There's only one croc, apparently, probably more. There's one croc and it's a vegetarian. It's a real big vegetarian. Do you believe that? I'm going with it. So we're just chopping up a bit of firewood. Gonna get a fire going before long. The crew have rounded up some tropical fruit, in that pineapple, coconuts of course, and we've got some rum. So I think we're going pina coladas.
We're getting as close as we can to pina coladas.
I'm gonna cut some more up. Whoa. This is such a big, heavy, serious, juicy God's nut. There's honestly like a litre of coconut water in that. And we
for the pina colada.
are making pina coladas.
So we've got rum, grated coconut, pineapple chopped up, and coconut water.
We'll go into that.
Bit of bush engineering.
Bit of bush engineering, yep. Yep. We're on.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, look, this is my usual.
Is that a funnel? Coconut flavored funnel, I'm impressed. Turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah? And you just...
Native, yeah. Cook like how you would with normal turmeric.
And then you keep that for your hair?
Yep. Put it on your dress.
Got a little sheet of corrugated iron here with dried coconut husk, and the smoke just drifts through the camp here and it keeps the midgies away. A little bush trick, super practical. There's a root vegetable which apparently you can eat the leaves as well. Grows super quick with relatively no effort. You just literally just like throw it on the ground there and you just throw it in the fire, or you boil it, or?
Boiling. It's more softer. Open fire is good too. It has the smoke flavor.
Perfect.
And that's us sorted. Grate all of that and mix it with water. The starch will go to the bottom. So we use stuff we scrape. You flatten out on like a tray and squeeze coconut milk on top and mix the starch back in. Then just layer it, put it in the oven and keep layering it with coconut milk as it dries up.
Maybe on the outside fire.
Straight on the grill, eh?
Yeah.
Garlic butter?
Mm. That's the colours through that one. It literally looks like the reef.
Yeah, that'll be the focus and the topic of the day. So ask please like me.
Trevally.
Yeah, how good! Yeah, nice. You got him, Jack? Yeah!
Oh, beauty.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Your call. You caught it. Your call. What's its fate?
Don't fall back in the water.
You keep him?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
With numbers.
Yeah. Too good.
Ceviche, put it.
Hold up the fillets of your catch. Afternoon catch.
Yeah.
Trevally, fresh, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Just let it sit in the brine for a bit.
Beautiful. Marinated marbled rump. Straight on the smoky hot coals. How's that for reef, veg and beef?
But see how it's so you can actually turn it as well, so adjust it. Yeah, like that, that's good as.
Yeah.
So pretty much it should look like a headrest.
Get out of there. And that's the finished product, first attempt. Made a coconut palm leaf basket. Hopefully you can hold a couple of bananas or a crayfish or something.
Because we're not gonna rice, we're just having cassava and everything.
Oh, the cassava looks so good. Evening, mate.
Bit of soft shell cray.
Yep.
And some garlic and butter. We're gonna make a mix here.
Yep. Garlic butter and a little bit of bird's eye chili from the backyard. There it is. So we had the steak as the entree, which was just fantastic. We got cassava, which we boiled, then we seasoned it. We've thrown it on the fire for a bit more thinking time, bit of extra cooking. Then we got all the crays that we caught the salve. Nothing better than that.
It's too deadly.
You have to teach us how to make them basket there. Janice, can you learn how?
How come we know how to make now and you don't?
That's not fair, eh?
No. Hot, eh?
No.
Oh man, that looks so good. There's the finished product. Get into it, Tio.
Delish.
Use dive.
Delicio.
Delicio.
Everything's freshly harvested, straight from the ocean, straight from the ground.
Even the basket, Russ.
Even the basket.
This is such a special meal, guys. Thank you, everyone involved.
Thank you.
So Janice is lined up for us to go out with her dad and her brother, James and Josh. But yeah, we're gonna go out. I think we're gonna go hunting for stingray and whatever else. I don't really know. We're going hunting, looking for the prize catch. These ones. You honestly go past dozens and dozens and dozens of stingrays. They're not all the right type. They only want this one, which is delicacy.